Well, we were told Black Lives Matter movement was all about social justice, weren't we? Indeed, we were told that Black Lives Matter's mission was one championed by Dr. Martin Luther King, improving the lives of ordinary African American people. Now that narrative is falling apart. With the news, the organisation's leadership secretly spent $6 million on a lavish Los Angeles mansion. For more on this, I want to bring in the author of Unmasked, Inside Antifa's Radical Plan to Destroy Democracy, independent journalist Andy No. Andy, I really appreciate your time. Australians are watching this BLM circus start to unravel. What are they doing buying an LA mansion?
Well, the reporting that's coming out now finally is shedding a true light on what BLM actually is, which is, in my view, a grifting organization that uses and exploits people's willingness to fight for racial justice into enriching themselves. This is not the first $6 million mansion that Black Lives Matter has purchased. It was revealed in other reporting that they had, the Black Lives Matter global network had sent $6 million over to its sister group in Canada for the purchase of the Toronto mansion. And then also there was reporting in the New York Post that last year that revealed that one of the co-founders, Patricia Cullors, had a multi-million-dollar personal home estate empire where she purchased multiple homes. So the DOJ of California had issued the organization earlier this year as a warning, letting them know that the nonprofit was delinquent because it had not completed its obligations of filing the various paperworks as a so-called nonprofit. The fact that a organization that was so, in my view, morally bankrupt was able to hoodwink the international community, corporations, into sending them tens and tens and tens of millions of dollars. I think that's the question we need to be asking, is why weren't people able to apply their own critical faculties to take apart the various claims that BLM had been making for a number of years, which are disprovable by the data, by the way. But it's good that this reporting is coming out, and we all owe the investigative journalists the thank you for digging through the paperwork, because BLM actually tried to hide the trail of these purchases by using intermediary people to purchasing through an LLC, etc. They did not want this information coming out. And now that it has,
no, they don't.
Predictably, they're blaming white supremacy, blaming right-wing media, blaming white supremacist terrorism, etc. You name it.
I just want to ask you, I mean, you talk about their revenue model. We know there were dozens and dozens of top businesses, companies like Uber, IBM, sent them a lot of money. Surely these organisations and their boards and their shareholders have got to rethink their association with BLM.
I hope they do, but I'm not optimistic that they will. What happened after George Floyd died is that BLM was elevated to this, like a godlike figure that you could not blaspheme if you said anything critical about the movement, because they made claims that were inaccurate. You were deemed a racist, as I personally experienced. You were subjected to cancel campaigns and sometimes even violence. So
it's very difficult. All right, Andy, no, we'll leave it there. Thank you for giving us that update.